There's a young guy in a gray shirt staring at me.
She's very pretty, isn't she?
Hello, you're watching The Fan Carpet. I'm Rachel, and tonight we're going to chat to the very, very lovely Kirsten Dunst and Daisy Bevan. They're here to talk about their new film, The Two Faces of January, so keep it right here. So I'm really interested in the fact that this is set in the 60s and you play a lady and a woman. Did you have to kind of change yourself as an actress to how you play a modern day girl?
I think every role that I take, I feel like I'm exposed a different part of myself. But with this role, it was fun to play someone who is kind of, not always so likable in a way. Like, she really doesn't acknowledge what her husband does, even though she kind of knows what he does. So she's just as bad as the rest of them in the film.
Maybe not as switched on as you would be if it was sort of set modern day.
Well, yeah, it's in, at that time period where it was okay for a woman to not really ask any questions. So
you read this book when you were at uni, and there was something about it you just thought, I have to direct this as a film. What about the book?
Three characters, and particularly, at the time it was Chester's character, because actually it's true of all three of them. I just felt they were sort of criminal characters in this sort of very gripping thriller, but at the same time they were very human, and I sort of recognised bits of myself in them, and I think lots of people I knew, so they weren't your usual criminals, and that stayed with me for a long, long time, and I kept rereading the book every 5 years trying to get it made, and it just wouldn't go away.
And women are often the catalyst between the kind of primal male fight, and that sort of happens in this film, doesn't it?
It's more actually between the men in this film than me. I think, you get a little bit of that in terms of the jealousy, but the real core of it, I don't think, isn't about Colette.
First of all, the film, of course, is amazing, but the dress, I'm so cute.
Thank you, it's Burberry.
Is it Burberry?
Yeah.
And it's very daring.
I know, it's quite daring. I know, I do feel...
Very rocket. I'm really, really loving it.
I feel I can't wear a dress like this at 22, then when can I wear a dress
exactly.
like
And also at 22, and at a film premiere for your own film.
Exactly.
And as a cast, did you enjoy working?
Yes, I did.
So you write it, and you obviously write this wonderful script, and then casting, why did you choose the three amazing guys you did?
Well, Viggo sort of read it without me even knowing. Kirsten read it without me even knowing. So I was absolutely, obviously thrilled to get both of them. Oscar I'd worked with on Drive, so that was I sort of had a plan to get him in it the whole time, and then once he got cast in the Coen Brothers movie, it was very easy to cast him. So it happened,
And easy to work with?
Very easy, all of them. No, they were great, and there was a fantastic relationship between the three of them as well. They were constantly laughing, and it made it very relaxed as a first film. It was quite nice to have.
Yes, your first film, of course.
And having three actors who are incredibly kind and generous, and really looked after me as much as I looked after them, I think. And then, and also who were just in such, they were laughing and very, very good with the crew as well. So it was
professionals.
I've always wanted to work with Viggo, and that was one of the reasons why I did this. The script was amazing that Haas wrote, and then Viggo was attached, so I definitely wanted to be a part of telling the story. And Oscar I'd known before, so it was like working with a friend.
Tell us a bit about your character in it.
Lauren, so she's at the beginning of the film, and she is a college student who's there on holiday, and she is being showed around Athens by Rydal, who's played by Oscar Isaacs, and kind of gets a slight flirtation and slightly falls for him, and then he introduced her to Chester and Colette, and it's all quite one-sided. Poor Lauren, she sort of like falls madly in love with him, and then falls in love with Kirsten Dunst.
Are you kind of girly girl, or are you a tough girl?
The character or me?
No, your character.
I think she's a bit of a girly girl.
And are you happy kind of playing that sort of character?
Yeah, it's fun playing any kind of character.
It was just, I hadn't read a period film that was so dynamic, and the characters weren't, always likable, and I always like when it felt also like real life, even though it was, in this beautiful, in these beautiful surroundings.
I loved filming on location because we were having to race against time and get things done, but there was such a... I felt it needed to be shot in those places because it was so specific to the book and also to the script that if we'd have tried to shoot Croatia for Greece or somewhere else for Greece, it wouldn't have been the same.
Wouldn't have been as legitimate, almost.
Crete particularly has just got such a unique landscape.
So when you saw the script, what is it about it that draws you to it?
I think it's just such an interesting study of characters and human behaviour and sort of this wrestle of good and bad, you know, and I think that's such a big thing of the movie, is that it's centred on these three characters going on this journey, and they're all wrestling with the good sides and the you know, dark sides within them. And I think it's just, and also the era it's set in Athens, it was also exciting.
And that was filming on location, was that really special? Did that add to it?
Yeah, it was so special. It was, I feel so lucky to have been able to be part of this, and yeah, it was just so exciting to be able to be in these locations doing it.
What is next for you?
Well, I've done a John le Carré adaptation, which I just wrote, and it's shooting with Ewan McGregor in Stellan Skarsgård right now.
It's called Midnight Special for Warner Brothers.
And finally, your dad. So your dad's the producer. What's it like working with your dad?
Well, it was fine. He actually wasn't on location when I was filming, so I didn't.
Dad, please don't turn up when I'm working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how does that kind of work with your mum and your relationship with her? Is that all very kind of happy? Are they very pushy?
So they're so supportive of me, and I think that it's been something I've wanted to do my whole life, and so they kind of got used to the fact and just beyond supportive.
What would you say you're a fan of, and it can be anything in this great universe?
I'm going to get in trouble with Vigo saying this, but Jose Mourinho.
Well, that's all from us. Make sure you tune in next time, and until then, follow us on Twitter. See ya.
Now look at you, a real criminal.